Who's going to grab the points? Logano pulls out of the line. He's going for it. So too is Larson. Here comes Joey Logano with a big stomp. Boom! Ryan Blaney at the end of stage 2. Ross Chastain as well.
There's not as much banking there. The cars aren't planted in the racetrack, and a little bit of push, it gets just gets Blaney out of control.
And a huge impact.
Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Keep your car straight. You're not going to let off until it's sideways and uncontrollable.
There you can see. Watch the 7 car get up on its side.
Oh, it's upside
All the
down.
way upside down.
Underneath Josh Berry.
And it's still sliding on its side all the way down the wall.
Yeah, he's going to finish the race.
Look at that. That is wild. I thought I saw that.
LaJoy, 19th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, it's going to go over.
Just even here at Las Vegas, removing equipment on the green flag cycle, and now he's 2 laps down to the field.
Crash. Big crash.
Car around into the wall.
Big crash.
Caution's out. It's Austin Dillon.
It was getting into turn 3. Yeah, well, here you see it. Entering turn 3. It's just very odd. It's that time of year, though, Diff. You know, I got to tell you, this is the time of year we see these odd things happen.
Whoa! Whoa! Berry's gone, and he goes up and over. Huge hit for Josh Berry.
Contact. The 2 is getting pushed, and as soon as that car was pushing him, got turned around and went. This is what scared me, because Josh is hanging on his belts. He's not in his seat. He's hanging on his belt and has that frontal impact. This car is much stronger. This is two weeks in a row, Steve, with cars in the air.
Yeah, a change was made. Obviously, more work to be done.
That's very clear information about what.
Whoa! That's a huge one for Larson. That car just snapped on him and went straight into the wall.
Hold on to it, hold on. Yeah, I don't know if I blew a tire or what.
The back end starts around first, and when it starts around, he overcorrects it. And that is that is very easy to do in this race car.
Just listen. Oh. That it was the back first, and then it turns right, and then this big hit by the 14. You mentioned it, Diff. So good to see Kyle Larson out of the race car. That is an absolute gigantic impact, both with the front.
Now Logano the outside. They can't get around.
Oh, Keselowski gets turned by William Byron. Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around and get that clean air track position first? That's what happened.
They start zigging and zagging here, and
well, obviously, William Byron and Bowman, that's where it ended up. But the movement from the 6 and the 22, jockeying for position, trying to outduel one another to that position of passing Chastain, that's what stacked all those guys up and got them in trouble. Those guys were going for it. Chastain was holding them up. You saw the 6 go to the bottom. You saw the 22 go to the outside.
oh my gosh. If that left rear quarter panel wasn't curved in a little bit, I mean, it went right with the curvature of the left rear quarter panel.
Ross Chastain and Brandon McReynolds did a phenomenal job of keeping those guys behind him. Had he slipped up one time and missed a block, he'd have been right in the middle of that. Blaney went to move up, make a pass. Byron blocked him, got him really.
Oh, Byron, Blaney,
turned him
into
around.
the wall.
Kyle Busch
And just like last year, Blaney gets caught up in the big one.
Brad Keselowski's into the back of the 8, who you can see the flames coming out of Kyle Busch's car, trying to keep from getting into the back of the 24, but the 6 is pushing Kyle Busch so hard that he can't get checked up. You saw the flames come out of the pipes.
Doesn't take much. That movement, as soon as he moved and made it, it was kind of a late block, but it was still a good block. And when Blaney went back down to the bottom, it just stacked him up and they run him over from behind. You saw him all.
This is what happened to A.J. Allmendinger earlier. And look at that, look at the speed of the pack. Here we go. Cindric's gone, so too is Logano. Harrison Burton's in there. LaJoy.
The whole field.
My goodness.
Something stacked everybody up on the front 2 rows.
Again, watch this 2 car right here. Gets pushed, bang, right off the 47. Stenhouse is able to keep it straight.
Look at the 9, Chase Elliott, big impact. You talking about
Well, why is that? A little bit more banking. You get trapped on the bottom like you said.
Trouble! One car slides to the infield, Austin Dillon, and they pile up behind him.
That's 2 weeks in a row early out for Austin Dillon. I don't know how much damage he has, but there's a bunch of them, folks. Through here, all start stacking up as they catch them. Accordion effect. We've saw it at Daytona time and time again. Look at the accordion back here.
What happened was Todd Gilliland trying to make a hole for Michael McDowell to get up in that preferred lane in the middle, stack that whole lineup really hard.
Those guys had nowhere to go, didn't see it, landed right in their lap.
Green flag back in the air. 2 laps of racing in Indy. Who else is going to run out? And a wreck in turn 1. The caution comes out, there'll be another restart.
Yeah, for the 4th time today, we've seen a big pile up on the restart.
John Hunter Nemechek involved in the 42. Big contact in 1.
Yeah, that's a big shot. I think that's the 42 right there, the white car is.
A big lift right there already. I think he knew something was going on. What it was, that right front wheel falls off. See the lug nut fall off right with it. Wheel comes off.
It wasn't the big one, but it was big for Christopher Bell, as we are under caution for cause for the first time today.
You see those guys right back here. It's Haley. It starts getting bottled up. Now watch.
Oh yeah, they all checked
bottles up big time. Elliott gets in the back of Haley. He comes down, gets into Bell. Look how close it was for Chase Elliott. Yeah. Barely missing that. So close.
Yeah, it actually started with Alex Bowman up there.
Watch this accordion all the way up through him.
Oh yeah, you see the 38 car of Todd Gilliland actually pull up that red car right there with the generator logo on the front.
How did Elliott miss that? Gosh.
Wow.
Couldn't put the Sunday paper. Do they still have a Sunday paper in Anniston? I'm not sure.
Can't be iffy in these decisions, Kevin. That spotter says clear up. You better be there.
Oh, crash! 2 cars slam together, and Harrison Burton takes a wild ride through the grass and up into more traffic, gets tagged, turned around, and 5 cars are in it. Ryan Preece.
I think he missed that inside wall. Harrison Burton, big damage on the 21 car.
And Carson Hocevar, the rookie, gets taken out into that very, very wet grass in the ball field.
Brad into the back. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Clint. The 42 car of John Hunter Nemechek just got up a little higher. Brad was probably trying to stay square and being pushed by the guy behind him, and they just got a little bit offset right there.
Can he push his way further forward over these closing 8 laps coming up?
Oh, they got together in 3.
Whoa! McDowell goes up high. Larson is in it. Reddick's in it. Logano, Wallace, Haley.
That all started in turn 3. See the fire come out of the pipes of the 2 car? He was being pushed by the 4. He knew he had too much speed. He was doing all he could to prevent it, but it just could not get it slowed down. receive the additional aerodynamic.
That pack's in trouble. They're going to have to make another plan or commit to running as long as they can. But these guys are
trouble here, turn 3. It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what happened. You couldn't do that. They were single file.
Yeah, the air cleaner is completely off of Eric Jones's car. Look at that. See the back of the cars moving around, and as they're moving around, they come down and they're all connected in a they're not lined up, I guess is the best way to put it. It just gets them out of whack.
Now, Denny Hamlin was to the inside. Somebody must have slid down into him.
Denny Hamlin, no, I'm sorry, it was Chase Elliott in his interview said, well, you just want to be the front of your strategy. Oh, man, big wreck.
Oh, and hit again.
Oh,
that's the 24 of William Byron. A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 involved as well. Climb out of the car. Here's how it happened.
Oh, somebody got into the right rear of.
Looked like the 22 potentially of Logano behind him. Big run by some of those cars in the back and around into the field. The 8 of Kyle Busch was the one who went down and came back up. Harrison Burton sliding down. It's very close there.
See right there, big block. Then he goes. And then LaJoie trying to get back on the racetrack. That yellow line.
There we see him sliding right back in front of the field.
Yeah, all these guys just along for the ride.
Whoa, look out! Elliott's gone. Keselowski, Reddick, 2 playoff drivers in this wreck. And the car goes over. Tyler Reddick has flipped.
Yep, I'm good.
So Reddick is up high. We'll look at the 45, the Jumpman car. There, there's contact. Contact maybe with Truex and Elliott. That was the spark.
It is. Truex and Elliott side by side. I don't know if it's contact or just aero tight.
Austin Cindric trying to push his way through the middle there as well. Logano. Elliott dove down low in that familiar blue and yellow Napa machine. Somebody's in the wall.
The 54 of Ty Gibbs. He had an issue in the middle of 3 and 4. I couldn't tell what it was. Then it looked like a mechanical issue that continued down the front straightaway. Then in the middle of the dogleg, the very, very talented race car driver. I find this shocking to think there's not a mechanical issue. There's no way at that point in the racetrack that is purely driver error. So he was 2.7 back before these guys pitted. And he pits a lap too early, or maybe perfect, because now he has fresh tires. The 71 in the wall. Well, that looks like a right rear flat.
Here's how it transpired.
Oh, early, like he has a problem or a flat tire.
I think, there's some sort of problem, right? I mean, the thing went around so early and so fast.
Oh, man, that's a big hit.
And that's Trackhouse's Daniel Suarez standing on the wrong side of the pit wall, because it was a pretty scary moment in his Coca-Cola Zero Chevrolet. Take a look at this.
This is the 99 returning to pit road after his original pit stop. And the car erupts into flames.
I had asked Matt Swiderski, the crew chief, do you know what happened? And he just kind of threw up his hands as if he did not know what happened.